I'm Raisa Pullia, champion of the Legion garrison here at Buckmoth Legion Fort, and you're them. Caius Cosades sent you, didn't he? Caius says you're the one to handle this 6th house base near Narmak. Everyone can always use some extra coin. What do you need? I've heard of Corpus disease before, but never seen it. The trooper's flesh was swollen and covered with growths, his bones twisted and lost their shape. He spoke to himself, as if in a dream. We didn't recognize him at first, except for his clothing and armor. The fort chaplain tried spells and potions, but couldn't cure the disease. He died soon after he reached the fort. Didn't realize how fast Corpus kills. It sure wasn't pretty. The troops seem shaken. I'm a little worried myself, to tell the truth. Narmak is an island fishing village on the Bitter Coast, roughly west of Caldera and Aldrun. Here, let me mark it on your map. There is no marked route to Narmak from Aldrun. It's no easy trip. Our patrols take the Balmora Road. At the Nisus Balmora Aldrun signpost, go south, then immediately west on a side road to Drulene Fallen's cottage. Then head cross-country west to the coast, with the old Dunmer stronghold at Andasreth as a landmark. When you hit the coast, turn south. Follow the coast, wading around headlands when necessary. Pass a shipwreck. When the coast levels out and turns from barren rock to green swamp, you're in the Bitter Coast region. Keep south, with the water on your left, until you see Narmak, an island just off the coast. There's a crude plank bridge through some rocks to the island itself. It's a rough place, popular with adventurers, smugglers, and outlaws, but maybe someone in Narmak can tell you how to find the Alunaby Sea Caverns. Only one trooper returned. He died soon after, horribly disfigured with Corpus disease and out of his wits. In his ravings, he spoke of a cavern on the coast. He called it Alunaby. It's not on our maps. Try asking locals in Narmak. They fought with cultists and disfigured man-beasts, Corpus monsters, I think. They fled the attackers and got lost in the caves. Then they ran into a half-man creature named Dagoth Garrus. This Dagoth Gares slew the rest of the patrol, but spared the one trooper. He told the trooper he was being spared, so he might tell others that the sleeper awakes, and the 6th house has risen, and Dagoth is Lord, and I am his priest, and all will be one with him in the flesh. The trooper awakened outside the caves and returned here. We couldn't recognize him, and he didn't respond to questions, just kept rambling on like a madman until he died. That's what the dead trooper called the Sea Caverns where he found the 6th house base. It's not on our maps, and no one here has heard of it. Maybe the locals in Narmak can tell you where to find it, or you may have to search for it yourself.
Are you here to discuss your orders, or is there something else you want? With Dagoth Garrus dead, the 6th house shrine is no longer a threat. You've more than earned a promotion to the rank of traveler. I'm very worried that you have Corpus disease, but I have some good news in that department. I canvassed my informants for possible treatments, just in case you contracted the disease during your mission. I learned from Fast Eddie that your best chance of getting cured is Devaith Fear, an ancient Telvanni wizard who runs a corpusarium for victims of the disease. Here, take this Dwemer artifact and 1,000 drakes and go to Telfir. Devaith Fear will like the Dwemer artifact. A gift may sweeten his disposition. The gold is for expenses. And here are a couple of levitation potions. I hear you'll need them in Telvanni towers because wizards don't use stairs. So get moving and get that Corpus disease cured. Then hurry back. I think I know how to get the lost prophecies Nibani Misa asked for. Fast Eddie says Devaith Fear collects Dwemer artifacts. Yes, I know it's treason to trade in Dwemer artifacts, but don't worry about it. I'm a big-shot Imperial spy master, remember? And yes, it's worth a fortune, but you're worth it. The cash is for expenses and just in case. Good luck. Ed Theman, also Fast Eddie, also Eddie the Rat, is a rare commodity, a former Telvanni wizard who has gone Imperial and joined the Mages Guild. A colorful but unreliable character, but he is an invaluable source of inside information on Great House Telvanni. He has a small house here in Balmora. Telfir, Devaith Fear's tower, is southwest of Sadrith Mora, on an island on the southwestern edge of Zafarbel Bay. Here, let me mark it on your map. There's a dock, but no boat service, so you must water walk or swim from Sadrith Mora. Use the Guild Guide service at the Balmora Mages Guild to reach Sadrith Mora. At Sadrith Mora, find Wolverine Hall, Fighters Guild, and ask the scout Sandrin Irathi for detailed directions to Tel Fir.
Say, that's an interesting Dwemer piece you have there. What can you tell me about it? A gift? For me? How thoughtful and shrewd. I suppose you know I'm a collector, and that such a gift is bound to please me. I congratulate you on your diplomatic skills. So, why have you tried to butter me up? Come to consult the great Divaith Fear? You have the divine disease, want to plunder the dungeon, or leer at my daughters? I gave you the response to Master Arian's request. I will not change my answer. How interesting. Did you know that Corpus makes you immune to disease? Have you ever heard of the prophecies of the Nerevarine? Ashlanders say the Nerevarine will be immune to disease. I've always thought, maybe I have the Nerevarine down in my Corpusarium and I don't even know it. Ha, ha. The Nerevarine is a fat, disgusting Corpus monster and mad as a marsh rat. Wouldn't that be funny? That's a fascinating story you tell. So, you might be the Nerevarine. Means nothing, of course. Corpus victims have all sorts of delusions. But, let me think. I've got a potion. In theory, it should cure Corpus. Doesn't work, though. Probably kill you. Killed all my test subjects. But you've got nothing to lose. Before I give it to you, I want you to look around below in the Corpusarium. Know what's in store if you don't take the potion. And while you're there, I want you to pick up a pair of boots from a victim. Calls himself Yagrum Bagarn. My oldest patient. Handy fellow. Fixes things for me. Bring the boots back, and then you can have the potion. Thank you for your gift.
I am Vistakai, Warden of the Corpusarium. I am here to warn you, do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunder the dungeon, you must endure their attacks, or take your chances with me, their warden and protector. I am Vistakai. Do not harm the inmates. I will not tolerate you adding to their suffering. Indeed, they are brutal and ferocious, and they will kill you if they can. But you are their guest, and you may not harm them, or you will answer to me. Lord Fear shelters and maintains the victims of Corpus disease here in the Corpusarium. He does them a great service because no other could or would help them. He also does the world a great service by keeping them here where they can do no harm to others. The inmates are sad, distorted monsters, angry and cruel, and their sufferings are great, but they still live and feel, and I honor Lord Fear's care and compassion for them. For his own amusement, Divaith Fear permits thieves to test their skills by attempting to steal the treasures he keeps below in the Corpusarium. The dangers are fearful. The inmates are savage, and they carry the most terrible disease on Tamriel. The treasures themselves are guarded by traps and terrors, and the guards, myself chief among them, will take great delight in trying to kill you. Those are the rules. Abide by them, or leave. I am the guardian and peacekeeper of the Corpusarium. I have spent long years in service to Lord Fear, first as a slave, then as a free hireling, and now as a friend and partner. He has been kind and generous to me, and I take his interests and the interests of those he shelters to heart. The treasures of his dungeon are open to sport according to Lord Fear's whim, and you're welcome to try to steal them. But I, too, find great sport in hunting thieves.
You're new here, aren't you? My name is Oopsie, Oopsafir. I take care of the Corpus victims in the Corpusarium. The disease takes many forms. For some, the progress is rapid and terrible. For others, the effects on the mind and body are very slow. It's a remarkable affliction, in that once having contracted Corpus, one is completely unaffected by any other diseases. We've always hoped that our research would permit us to isolate the beneficial aspects of Corpus, but alas, we've not been successful. As you know, he's probably the oldest and most powerful wizard alive, not counting liches or divine sorcerers like Vivek, of course. And there may be some older in the west, on Somerset Isles perhaps. And I don't think there's a kinder, more generous wizard alive. Not that there's much competition in the kind and generous wizard department, I'll grant you. Be careful if you're going to prowl around down here. We will be very angry if you hurt any of our patients. And our patients can be quite a handful, I'll tell you. Strong as Ogrim and twice as mean. But they seem to like it when I play the drum. Quiets them down. There's a drum around here someplace. They wander off with it sometimes. But find that drum and bring it to me, and I think I can calm them down for a while.
Well, did you get my boots? No boots, no potion. The boots first, please. And now I'll give you the potion on the following condition. You must drink it here before my eyes. It should act immediately, and I need to observe you very carefully. Agreed? Good. Open your mouth and close your eyes. Good. Now swallow. Goodness. Good grief. Look, it's working. Remarkable. Let me check your skin, your eyes, your tongue. Amazing. I think it worked. No sign of the disease at all. Of course, you still have Corpus disease, just like I planned, but all your symptoms are gone. Marvelous. I'll go try it out on some of the more desperate inmates, but I'll answer any questions you have before you go. See? No more symptoms. Amazing. A bit surprised myself.
Go to Telfir and get that corp. Thank you for your report. I'm very happy you've been cured. Unfortunately, I've had a bit of bad news. I've been recalled to the Imperial City. You'll be promoted to operative and will head the blades here in Vardenfell until I return. I've only waited here to give you your final orders before I go. Internal politics. Some concern about my sugar. I thought about refusing the recall, but they have members of my family back in the capital. I'm afraid it may have something to do with the problems with the succession. As the Emperor's health declines, factions are maneuvering for advantage. I may be gone a while. That's why you're promoted to operative. There's nothing to it. Each agent has his own assignment and reports directly to Cyrodiil. You're promoted to operative, mostly to preserve your independence. You're no fool. The days of the Empire are almost over. When the Emperor dies, 9 hells are going to break loose. Forget about the Imperial City. Think locally. Worry about the 6th House and Dagoth-Ur, and squabbles between the great houses and the colonists. The rest of the political nonsense doesn't amount to a plate of scuttle. How do you know when you've been given a task too tough for you? You have to decide. If it seems too tough, it probably is. Guild stewards and faction leaders don't really know how much you can handle, and some don't care. You have to look out for yourself, but as long as you haven't been given a deadline for completion, it's usually smart to wait and tackle those tough jobs after you're stronger and better equipped. That makes you the ranking Blades agent here in Vardenfell District, as far as I know. There may be other Blades agents here I don't know about. It wouldn't surprise me. I may be gone a while, and you'll have expenses. Here's some gold, and you can use the house until I return. And I won't be needing these blacks or the ring while I'm in Cyrodiil. Maybe they'll come in handy. Take good care of them. Mara Milo says the dissident priests do have records of Ashlander Nerevarine prophecies, and she has an idea how we might get a look at them. Continue pursuing the Nerevarine prophecies, as the Emperor commands. First, go to the Hall of Wisdom and Justice, and get Mara Milo to help you find the lost prophecies. She's being watched. If something has gone wrong, find her private quarters. She'll leave you a message there under the code word Amaya. Then take the lost prophecies to Nibani Maisa. From that point, you'll have to follow her directions and follow the prophecies. Good luck.